like for example, if I bring you and all of us here, we haven't seen the person who made a phone, like an iPhone. Yeah, we haven't seen the person. We haven't seen. It's called unseen. It's unseen.
I understand.
Yeah. But by looking at the phone, there's certain attributes we can know about the creator of the phone. Even though we haven't seen it, we can know that this person must have a knowledge. Why? Why must have a knowledge? Because this phone requires someone with knowledge to create it. Yeah. This person must have a power, ability. Just by looking at the phone. But it's impossible for me and all of us here. Just by looking at the phone, we can say about the creator of the phone. He must beat up his children.
But it doesn't. I understand where you're going.
That's beyond our
I understand
knowledge.
you're going to say like meant to do with the surrounding world, and there must be someone who creates the stuff that we and animals and all the kind of interesting.
No, before I'm going to say that, the question I was going to ask you: this creation is a product of knowledge or no knowledge? This creation,
What? Us.
all of us, are we came based upon knowledge or no knowledge? Blind matter?
Well, the argument I'd say would be that initially it's created upon knowledge, but then it's been able to run its course, and now we're in a kind of in-between phase of whether.
No, before we go that, so it's knowledge.
Okay, knowledge.
Like for example,
the concept, I do agree. The initial, I believe there is some spiritual force or God.
or a creator.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we must have a creator. That's my point. It's impossible, illogical, irrational. This beautiful creation, which there is a book was written by a physicist called Peter Atkins. Peter Atkins, yeah, he's a physicist, British physicist, yeah. He wrote a book called Seven Rules. Yeah, the Seven Rules. He's an atheist, by the way. Yeah?
This is the thing my friend was talking about the religion thing, which is saying that like each religion has this concept of seven, something to do with
Like seven heavens,
It's
7 gates.
It's all to do with this, right? And that's so the idea isn't necessarily to be swayed to one religion, but there's an understanding that there is no creation because it seems too far-fetched to say that each individual religion wouldn't have that through path, like seven things jointed together, basically.
When you look to Islam and Judaism, Christianity, I can agree with it, yeah?
Yeah.
But when it comes to Buddhism, like maybe they took something from the previous prophets and messages. But Buddhism, firstly, we cannot trace it back because we don't even know if Buddha exists or not. We don't have historical proofs, yeah? And even the teaching, when Buddha started teaching and so on, and even they believe they have and so on. But I would go step by step, yeah? Okay. So firstly, with the creator, yeah? Now if there's a creator, like the point I was going to mention, when you mentioned 7 conditions or 7 rules, we're talking about how the universe is connected. Everything is connected. Like we have a nose next to our mouth before you eat smell food. You have eyebrows above your eyes. Why? Because sweat contains the salt.
But the reverse argument that would be the natural selection stuff, right?
We're gonna come to that again. You understand? But remember, there's an answer for everything, but we're gonna analyze it. You understand? And so the point here is that there's the eyebrows and there's a purpose behind it.
Yes.
Because of the sweat, yeah? You have teeth in your mouth. Why every human being has teeth in his mouth? If everything is random.
To break down certain foods. But the argument, right, is the whole evolution thing. So
No, but evolution.
Some animals have certain adaptive natures due to where they.
But evolution is an entity.
Yeah, I understand. I
Evolution.
agree with the creator. I agree.
Yeah, khalas. So let's speak to the creator, then we move on. Yeah. So what you have to understand.
Yeah.
You know, I was speaking to a lady last week. Yeah. She's saying because we know the reasons. So I don't think we should believe in the creator because we know why this works, why this doesn't work, why this is happening. I said no, that's not true because why? We can go to traffic light.
Yeah.
The traffic light is working without no one touching it. But that doesn't mean no one made it.
True.
So doesn't mean because we know, okay, the reason it went red was such and such. The reason it went green light was such and such. That doesn't necessitate there's no creator.
I think the biggest problem I have with there's all these brilliant things, right, that have been created. There's also loads of terrible things, you know, like certain diseases.
Yeah.
And you know.
Yeah, that's my point. My point is
this is where, like, at least personally, I'm struggling to be like, I want to believe there's a creator, but then if there's a creator, then why would he create such terrible things that also wipe out
he mentioned that already.
communities? Huh?
He mentioned already. Allah, for example, as a Muslim, Allah told us Allah is going to test us with the hardship and ease. But the Creator, okay, so that's why many people don't understand why there is diseases, when there is sickness, why there is evil. Understand?
Yeah.
If there is no evil, how can we know what is good?
I guess so.
If there is no one tall, how can we know who's short? And if God is powerful, what He creates something and the opposite. Also, what Allah wants to show us, Allah created a place where there's only good. That's paradise. He created a place which is only evil. That's the hellfire. And He created this place which is mixed evil and good. And He put us here with a free will for you to choose. If you want to follow good, that will lead you to the good place. If you want to follow evil, that will lead you to the evil place. You understand? So God will test you.
I understand.
You understand?
Final question then. Is there anything to do with Christianity where you've got Jesus repenting for your sins, right? He provides that kind of bridge from bad to good. Like, let's say I'm a sinful person or I've done wrong. Yeah. What's to say that I'm still able to get into the
I don't believe that. I don't believe
you
that.
Don't think so?
No. I don't believe no one should die for no one's sins. No, we don't.
But then, would you say, let's say, is the writing on the wall for me? Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean by that?
In terms of like, let's say I kill her.
Yeah,
right?
don't kill her.
I'm not going to. But then would that mean that I don't? That's it.
No. Because you know, there's a verse.
The reason why I like the idea of Christianity is that I'm able to ask, repent, right? Do you know what I mean? And then, okay, I feel I've repented for my sins, and I'm able to go, not sin more, but I can try and be the better person, right?
You know, in the Quran, what we have, there's a verse in the Quran. Allah said, I will say in Arabic, then translate it, yeah? Allah said, قُلْ يَا عِبَادِيَ الَّذِينَ أَسْرَفُوا عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ. What Muhammad said to my all servants, Muslims and non-Muslims, لَا تَقْنَطُوا مِنْ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ. Those who transgress against themselves. Not just commit sin, they went beyond the boundaries of sins.
Yeah.
They don't disturb Allah's mercy. Allah forgive all the sins.
So as long as
So
you're showing, growing, and
regretting,
overcoming,
that's it.
and guilt, and being a better person.
That's it. Because you know, I'm not perfect. I have my own struggles.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean because I'm just like that and I talk about God means I'm perfect. No, I have my own struggles as well. But you know what is it? Allah in the Quran, every chapter except one, Allah starts with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most merciful, the one full of mercy.
And what's the one chapter he doesn't start that?
That chapter is more called Tawbah, because that chapter speaks more about war. So there's no mercy in war, in a way, you understand?
Some say it's a continuation of the previous chapter.
Yeah, some of them say, yeah, it's continuation of the previous chapter. You understand?
I got it.
But Prophet Muhammad, he said, everyone will enter paradise by the grace of Allah, the mercy of Allah. They said, oh Messenger of Allah, even you? He said, even me. So we believe, regardless how much sins you commit, Allah's mercy is greater than your sins and my sins. Rather, there's a verse in the Quran, Allah said, Rahmati wasi'at kulla shay. My mercy covers everything. You understand?
So it's still not a free pass, you've still got to
try your best, but remember that we believe that what the worst sin that person can commit and dies upon it is polytheism and disbelief. Yes, disbelief and polytheism is one of the worst sins. Why? Because disbelieving God and praying to other than God, it comes under belittling God. Why? It's like you said, oh, the Creator, the Almighty, you are the greatest, you are the Almighty, but I believe you don't deserve the attribute which is only for you. I'm going to give it to a created being. That comes under belittling the Creator.
My intention would never be to belittle, but only to not fully understand.
I understand that. That's why, Islamically speaking, if you don't know, then, for example, if someone is a polytheist,
I'm not a blind faith, you know what I mean? Like, I need to know.
No problem. But there's certain things you can know by sound reasoning. But even that, Islamically, there's a verse in the Quran. Allah said, وَمَا كُنَّا مُعَذِّبِينَ حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا. Allah will never punish people until the knowledge reaches them. For example, someone is a polytheist, a Christian, and he dies. Because we believe the true followers of Jesus, they will enter paradise before Prophet Muhammad came. Likewise, the true followers of Moses, before Jesus came, they will enter paradise, yes? So now, if someone does not believe in Islamic teaching, doesn't believe Prophet Muhammad, but never heard about Islam, or he heard about Islam, but through ISIS followers, the people that made Islam look bad, yeah? This person, if he dies, Allah will not punish him straight away. Allah will test him. Because why? The knowledge of the correct Islam never came to him. Even though ISIS follower came and tell him, but there was no true Islam.
It's information failure.
That's it. You see, that's why I'm showing you Islam is based upon justice. You understand? Now what we say to you, brother, let us go back to the main point. If you say there's a creator, and there's no doubt there's a creator, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That creates creation, and we can see even the wisdom of the creator. And let me come back to evil, yeah? You know, there's a story in the Quran, breaks down, because we don't believe evil comes from God. We believe evil is subjective. From our own perspective is evil, but not from God.
Yeah.
And there's a story in the Quran breaks it down deep. And thank you for giving me your time, yeah? Sorry, I don't wanna, you know. So listen to this
I'm
story.
gonna
Yeah?
get a haircut, that's why I'm like filming me.
Give a haircut, then come back in it. Do another retake.
So what I was gonna say, so there was a Prophet Moses.
Yeah.
He said his followers asked him. He said, "Oh Moses, is there anyone here knows more than you?" He said, "No, no one knows." So Allah rebuked him. He said, "Oh Moses, why did not say Allah knows best?" So then Allah told Moses, "There's someone who has more knowledge than you about certain things, and his name is Al-Khidr." Yeah, Al-Khidr. Go and meet him in such place. So he went to meet him to learn from him. Yeah. So they were traveling together. They had to cross a river. So there was like, or a sea. So there was young boys, poor. They had a boat. They were utilizing it to cross people from one side to the other side, and they charged them. So they helped Moses and his Khidr friend, but they didn't charge them. They said, you know, because we know you're a righteous man, so go for free. When he's about to leave, he got a knife and he scratched the boat. So Moses, he was surprised. He said, "Why are you doing this? These young boys are poor, and they helped us freely, and they charged other people." He said, "You see, Moses, I told you, you're not going to be patient with me. You're going to see things, you cannot take it." He said, "No, forgive me, I'm going to be patient." Then they were walking together. He said they saw a young boy playing outside his house. Like he was like 14, 15. He went and he killed him. Moses said, "No, this is too much." He said, "How can you kill an innocent boy?" He said, "I told you, you cannot be patient with me. You're going to see certain things." So remember, Moses, because even me and you and all of us, if we see Al-Khidr scratching the boat, and this man must be evil. What is he doing? The young boy again. Then they traveled again, they carried on traveling. They went to a village and they asked the people to host them. The people rejected. So there were two young men. They had the house, and their house about to collapse, the wall. So Al-Khidr went and fixed it for them for free. So Moses was surprised. He said, "Hang on. The young boys who helped us, you go scratch their boat. These two young men, who asked them to host us, they reject us. And you go help them for free. That doesn't make any sense." He said, "No, I'm going to tell you why I did this." So what happened? The young boy, they were in a village, they had a king. This king, he would take any boat that is in a good condition. So Khidr scratched it in order for the king to not take the boat, and for the young boys to keep the boat themselves and to provide for themselves and their family. And now what did he do? Is it good or bad? It's good, because we didn't have the knowledge. That's why there's something called ilm al-ilm in Arabic, the knowledge of the outcome. You know, when God does things within his universe, we human beings, we don't know what is the outcome of it. We just look at it from the first go.
I get you.
You understand?
I get you.
Like me personally, I want prison. You understand? I used to sell drugs. When I went prison, and there were certain drugs I couldn't stop taking. It was very bad for me. Yeah? When I went prison, I couldn't take it. For why this happened to me? Why Allah is happening to me? Yeah? But when I've done nearly a year, and I come up, and I thought, no, I understand. It was good for me. I stopped drugs. I changed my life. I started working. But when it happened to me straight away, because I didn't know the outcome of it.
Well, it's everything, negative things bounce back, you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
it. That's what they say. They say how many negative things within it, there's positive things. You understand? But because Allah has the knowledge of the unseen and the outcome of it, you don't have.
We only live present, right?
That's it. We're too quick to jump.
Yeah.
You understand? For example, I'll give you another example. Imagine all of us here standing now. Across the road, there is someone cutting off someone's forearm with a sword. Just cutting it off. All of us, no doubt. What the hell this guy's doing? He must be crazy and mentally disturbed.
For me, I might go, hang on, that guy might have an illness in his arm.
That's
Get the arm
what
off,
I'm
right?
saying. That's what I'm saying. Now we're getting it. You understand? But before that, we're too quick to judge.
No, I understand.
You understand? So now, from our own perspective, it's evil, but from his own perspective, it's good. Allah is the Almighty. So maybe from our own perspective, it's bad. Like you said, how many negative things has positive? So the point here is that this argument of evil, it was used by a Greek philosopher to reject God against the Christians. Why it was used against the Christians? Because the Christian theology, they say God loves everyone and everything. But if you say that, I agree. How you say, tell me God loves everyone and God's gonna punish someone forever in the hellfire? That doesn't make any sense, understand?
Yeah.
We as a Muslim, we say Allah loves, but not everyone. Because Allah's love is special. Allah have mercy on everyone, but only likewise, Allah doesn't only have the attributes of love, has the attributes of mercy, attributes of mighty, for example, and justice. Judge. Maybe the judge will give a capital punishment to a murderer, but that doesn't mean the judge is an evil man. What it means, the judge is wise and is just. You understand? So my point here is, so when you look at this evil argument, this was used by philosophers to negate God, but it's a very bad argument. So the point here is, there's a creator who creates us. You understand? Let me give you an example, brother. Imagine in the house, with you, in the house, in your own room, and there's a fire everywhere. And you try your best to save yourself. If you know what? You try your best and you couldn't, you gave up before it's over. And I came and saved your life. What would you say to me?
Thank you.
Would you remember me all the time?
I remind you. Yeah,
You remember me, brother? I saved your life.
I remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no
remember
doubt.
you. I was going to remind
No.
you. Yeah.
You will remember me all the time saving your life. Because your life is so dear to you. So why we're not grateful and remember who gave us a life for free? Understand?
Well, thank you. Now, thanks. I mean, you guys have all been very nice.
You understand? You know,
I'll
we're
do
talking
some more
about believing in
reading.
God and all of that.
Yeah.
If you want to buy a gift for her, are you going to buy a gift that you love or she loves? She loves.
Yeah.
Likewise, if you want to worship the Creator, we should worship Him the way He loves, not the way we love. So we should know what He wants from us. You understand? So that's why we believe He sent Moses, Jesus, Abraham, Noah, Jacob. The last of them now is the Prophet Muhammad. And why Prophet Muhammad is a true prophet? There's many ways. It's a prophecies. One of the prophecies that Prophet Muhammad said, and we can see it right now, he said there will come a time when interest, you know interest?
Yeah.
It will become widespread. Even if you are not involved directly, it will affect you. Remember, Prophet Muhammad existed 1,600 years ago. Yeah?
Has he been the last prophet still?
Yes, the last prophet. Because why? Why is the last prophet? So when you look to the history of the prophets and messengers, the reason Allah sent another prophet, because the prophet before him, it was for specific people. So Allah sent another prophet to different people. Yes? Or the other reason for Allah to send another prophet, because that prophet who came before him, his legislation was only for a specific time. So God sent another legislation. Yes? The other one, because the prophets, the other reason for God sending another prophet, the prophet who came before, his teaching was not preserved, was corrupted. So God will send another prophet to correct the teaching.
So doesn't it feel like we're overdue a new one then?
No, because we don't need that. You know why? Because the Prophet Muhammad's teaching is being preserved and it's perfect. We are not in need of another prophet. You understand? Well, I was going to finish. I'll let you finish. Yeah, I'll let you. You know about the interest? Now, if you open a bank account, even if you are not involved directly with interest, will affect you. Your money's been used. The question you ask yourself, how a man that existed 1,400 years ago is known about something, not randomly, detailed, specifically. And there's many, but I'll give you, because I know you have to go, guys. And I'm going to give you a book to read, please. All right? Thank you very much for giving me the time. Here, this is for you. Where is the Islam one?
There it is.
Thank you very much. So this book was written a long time ago. That was ISIS and what is our Islamic teaching against them. You can read it. And this for you. You can share it to her. And let me, of course, let me give you a leaflet for you about the Prophet Islam. No.